Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm doing a playthrough of Dice Throne Missions, the newest solo cooperative mode and expansion for the Dice Throne system. And disclaimer that I got a review copy of this one. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our weekly podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So I did a preview of this one, and the system is basically the same as in that one, but I'm going to be showing a later, more challenging stage here with a different character. But if you haven't heard of the game system, Dice Throne is a long-running competitive game, kind of Yahtzee-ish, where you are rolling dice for your character, trying to trigger certain abilities and defeat the other player in 1v1 matchups. They had a previous solo co-op mode called Dice Throne Adventures that was sort of a solo cooperative dungeon crawl, and now this new one, Dice Throne Missions, which is Marvel-themed, includes a whole bunch of one-off scenarios where you start out by battling some minions on a board like this, moving around your little stand. And then once you beat this side of the mission, you flip it over and you face off against a boss with 1 to 4 players working together. And I like missions a whole lot. Spoiler, I like it more than Dice Throne Adventures, but I'll be doing a full separate review video on just this mode and what I think is cool about it. But anyway, what am I showing you today? My son and I have been playing. There's not really a campaign per se, but you do slowly unlock perks the more you play, which are just going to give you like little bonuses. And then the game has a ton of, first of all, different difficulties of scenarios. This is a 4 out of 5. They theoretically have a level 6 difficulty scenario, but they haven't published any of those yet. So 5 is the highest. This is a 4, the second highest. But you can also modify the difficulty in a billion ways. Now, I'm playing totally standard here, so I might win. I'm actually not sure because I've been playing mostly 2-player with my son. So maybe true solo, I'll get my butt kicked. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, as you play through scenarios, you get to unlock little bonuses and things and basically level your character up. So here I'm starting with 1 more health than I would normally have. I have a level 2 momentum card instead of a level 1, and I'm starting with 3 total momentum. If you've played Dice Throne but haven't seen Dice Throne Missions, momentum is a new resource you can spend to get allies and do other things. And I'm going up against one of the toughest Marvel villains out there, Onslaught, which, if I remember my Marvel lore, is like the child or sort of like the amalgamation of Professor X and Magneto. So it has like psychic and magnetic powers and just is super powerful. So here we're in Onslaught Citadel. We are trying to rescue, ideally, these mutants that have been like psychically enslaved by Onslaught. The more of them we rescue, this is the scenario. We have to rescue at least, 2 plus 1 per hero. So I have to rescue at least 3 of these people. Oh, and actually rescue or defeat. Although if you beat them up, like actually take away all their health, that's worse for you. Because for every person that I don't rescue, or for every person that I defeat, instead of rescuing, when I go to fight Onslaught, he'll have plus 10 health. And since there's only one of me, each 10 health sounds pretty ridiculous. So I'm going to try to rescue everybody, because you also have a main and side objective in each scenario. And if you beat the full objective, if you do like the main and the perfect reward, you get more bonuses, and you also get more points to level up at the end of the scenario. So yeah, we're going to try to rescue everybody. But there's one step to set up that I didn't show because I wanted to show you here. So I've set up everybody. Their life is indicated down here for the 3 types of minions, the Savants, the Vanguards, and the Chosen. So they have a matching number of hearts. They all start with 3 shields, which is annoying because, as you'll see, I need to like plink them with damage, ideally, to make them turn good again. So having a ton of shields to block is annoying. But yes, we've got this crisis clock that's going to activate different effects as it goes around. And at the beginning of each game, you roll a die and move it that many clicks. So here, 1, 2, 3. I don't resolve what's on that click. I just move it at the start. And then at the end of each round, this is going to advance and trigger all the effects on it forward once for each player. So in solo, it's just going to do this at the end of this round, then that, then activate all the Vanguard henchman effects, and so on. So that's where we're starting out. I'm also using a number of dice based on the number of players. You always use 2 red and 1 black, and then you add 1 more black for every player. So here I've got 2 red and 2 black, which is going to make it less likely that the enemies trigger their specific activations. The more players you have, the more likely all the minions are going to trigger each round. And for my character, they sent me a review copy of the newest X-Men characters. There are 8 of them, and they include Gambit, one of my favorites from the old animated show, so I figured I'd give him a whirl. I've actually been playing with my son. My son's usually playing as Wolverine, of course. And Gambit's pretty awesome because he's got the basic Dice Throne stuff, but he's also got these ace cards over here, and a lot of his abilities and things will allow him to add these little acceleration tokens to the ace cards. And once per turn, I can explode an ace card that is filled up with acceleration tokens. It flips face down, although there are ways to flip them back up. And I do bonus damage and get some other activation bonus as well. So there's kind of a fun little wrinkle on the regular Dice Throne formula. Besides that, he's doing the regular thing of rolling dice and beating people up. All right, so let's go through and let's kind of teach the new mode as we go. So first you pass the start player token. We don't care because we're playing solo. Then we have movement. So I can move as far as I want on the map, as long as I do not go past any blocking spaces that don't have a hex, including spaces full of enemies. So right now I can't just go right to the exit because these guys are blocking my way. Now, I said in the scenario I want to rescue people instead of defeating them. How that works is if I end my movement next to somebody, they get one of these tokens, but they can only get one per movement phase no matter how many heroes end their turn next to them. So having 4 players would not let you fast track a single mutant. And then additionally, anytime they suffer at least 2 actual health damage, that doesn't mean damage blocked by these shields. They start with 3 of those each and they each block up to 3 damage. But anytime they take actually 2 health damage or more, they will also get a token. And whenever they have 3 of these tokens, they get cleared immediately. And I gain a single momentum, or actually the whole team. If you were playing co-op, you can divide it up however you want. Usually when you defeat a minion, actually defeat them, beat them up, you get 2 momentum. So we're kind of getting a lower prize here for doing that. But that's how the capturing is going to work. But yes, wherever you end your movement, you will gain the bonus shown on the token in that spot if there is one. So these are healing, and you can heal up to 10 above your starting health, so they are useful even in the beginning of the game. These ones are tokens you can spend later for bonus damage. This is an evasion token. This is more momentum, which I'll show more as I get into it. And this one lets me either gain a momentum or remove a status effect. For now, these red guys, the Chosen, they can attack at any range, whereas these blue guys, the Vanguards, only attack at melee range. And the Chosen deal undefendable damage, which is super nasty. And then the Savants, these 3 blue guys, also attack at range. So I think the kind of clear choice for my first move is going to be right here. I'm going to get to draw a card from my deck immediately. And I'm going to start working on clearing both of these people. And if we were playing cooperatively, all this would be done simultaneously. Pretty much everything in the game is done simultaneously. So we just resolve all of that. Okay, now we have Hero Part 1. So we do basically an entire regular Dice Throne turn. We have our upkeep phase and income. We skip all of that on the first turn. Then we have our main phase and our offensive roll phase. Let's show that. So at the beginning of a regular game of Dice Throne, you get 4 cards. I got 1 because of the tile I landed on, so I have 5. And you start out with 2 combat points, which is paid to play cards. You'll see the cost of each card here. This Twice as Wild costs 3. This Vegas baby is free. So first you have the upkeep phase, where anything that says upkeep is resolved. We don't have any of that. Then we have the income phase, which usually would mean we draw 1 card and gain 1 CP, 1 combat point for free. We don't do that in the first round. Then we have the main phase where we can play cards. This is the only time you can play cards that have a blue background. So let's see what we've got. We've got Extreme Remy. For each ace card that has an available charge slot, accelerate it once. That'd be pretty good right now because that would put 1 acceleration on every one of my aces. Got Vegas Baby, roll a die and gain half that much CP, rounded up. That's definitely good. And we've got Gumbo. Roll 5 dice, heal 1 times the number of hearts you roll, which is only a 1 out of 6 face for Remy, so not that great. And if you get that symbol, which is a 6, because it's supposed to be like a card kinetically flying, you gain the Disillusion status effect, which is one of Remy's special ones, and that lets you heal somebody or get rid of a status effect on them, so it's a pretty awesome one. And then I've got 2 basic cards that every character has, So Wild and Twice as Wild, so I could very easily, if I'm willing to spend a lot, get my, oh god, French, Le Diable Blanc, the White Devil, I guess. I could get that pretty easily with this. Although So Wild can change the value of any die, so I could also shut down the enemy's response attack. Lots of fun ways to use that. But yes, I think I will do Vegas Baby. There's no reason not to. And let's see what we get. Ooh, that was the best possible. So I'm going up to 5 combat points, feeling a lot more ready for some danger now. And with that, yeah, I think I feel comfortable using Extreme Remy for 2 to get a free acceleration on every one of my aces. Start fast-tracking those to their bonuses. But I don't think I need Gumbo yet, or I'll save so I can use the wild ones if I really need to. Okay, now we go into our offensive roll phase where we're going to roll. This is Yahtzee-ish rules. I roll all 5 dice. I can keep any dice I want, and then I roll again. Then I can keep any dice I want, and then roll again. So you get 3 rolls total. You can hang on to dice results as you go. If I get a lot of, so yeah, just to show Remy's dice, 1 through 3 is his bow staff. A 4 is a heart, a 5 is a sort of club spade mix, and a 6 is that kinetic symbol. And his abilities, bow staff, is just a whole bunch of bow staffs, but if he gets 3 of the same number, like a 1, 2, or 3, then he also can inflict disruption on an enemy. Disruption means at the start of their turn, during upkeep, they can either lose 1 CP of their own or take 2 damage. But for minions, they don't have any CP, so they would just have to choose to take damage. But the game does give you an out if you don't like your status effects, because some of them, like Disruption, does work in this game, but some of them won't. Anytime you would give an enemy a negative status effect, you can instead gain 1 momentum. So what can you do with momentum, just to show this? Now, this is a level 1 momentum, level 2 that I leveled up into, but you start out with a level 1. So you can recruit an ally during a main phase, or you can gain range. Gaining range means normally all your attacks are melee unless you're doing like an ultimate attack or a collateral damage attack. So you can only hit people that are next to you with where you moved, but if you spend 1 momentum, you can gain range and attack anybody on the board. And similarly, when enemies with range who aren't next to you attack you, you can't roll your defense to stop them unless you're willing to spend a momentum to give yourself range defense. Now, because I'm a momentum level 2, I can also spend 3 momentum to draw a card if I'm just like bleeding momentum and have way too much sitting around. Now, what is this ally thing about? You've got this big deck of allies, which includes a ton of other Marvel characters. And they each have a momentum cost in the top right here. At my level of momentum, I can have a single ally at a time. So like if I bought Archangel and then I bought Colossus, I'd have to discard Archangel. And they give you bonuses for special powers. For Archangel and Magic, I actually don't love them right now for their powers. They give me an alternate offensive phase option. So it's like another thing on my board. So if I had 2 of one thing and 3 of another, I could use Archangel. Or for Magic, if I had 3 4s out of my 5 dice, I could use her ability. But these abilities are doing damage that I could do with my regular stuff anyway. So Colossus is the big one I'm going to be getting, I think, because he's going to help me defend better, which is great when I'm getting attacked by everybody. So he says a defensive kicker. Once per round, when you activate a defensive ability, if your dice show 2 of a kind symbols, then I prevent 2 damage for free. And then every ally will have an exhaust ability. If it's a plus exhaust, you have to already be using whatever their top ability is. If it's just exhaust, you have to exhaust them for the ability on its own. What happens when you use the exhaust ability is you discard them completely, they go away, but you get a bonus. So here I can prevent 8 damage instead of 2 and get rid of Colossus. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 of my 3 momentum. So I'll still have 1 for range defense if I want to use it to get Colossus as my ally. Okay, and finally, let's roll. I don't have to decide who I'm attacking yet or if I'm using range or any of that until I see the results. I didn't actually go through all my stuff. So yeah, bow staff just needs a whole bunch of those 1 through 3s. Poker face is a bow staff and 2 hearts. We've got the small and large straight. That's 1 through 4 or 2 through 5, or for the large straight 2 through 6. 4 6s, 5 6s, some bow staves in these. I forgot. I do have an upkeep ability. What the heck am I doing? During my upkeep phase, I choose to roll 2 dice or 5, and I accelerate once for every 6 I roll. I accelerate a club or spade for every black result I roll, and for every red result I roll, I accelerate a heart or diamond for free. But if I roll 5 dice instead of 2 and any of them show a 1, then I get nothing, and I have to take away 1 acceleration. But since this was before I played that card and I didn't have any acceleration, let's just go for it and roll 5. And I got a 1, I got 2 1s, so I'm not going to get any acceleration and a heart diamond acceleration. I get nothing. Okay, sorry, that was my upkeep. I forgot. Now let's actually go for my offensive roll. Ooh, I get 2 6s to start, so I could go for Rage and Cajun, which is undefendable damage, so it would cut through their shields, which is pretty dang good. And I got the wilds. Yeah, let's go for it. All right, that was my first roll. And here we go. Yeah, I got another one. So now my So Wild will make sure it will go off if I need it. But come on, let's just get it without it. Nope. Okay, so I'm going to spend my 2 of my last 3 CP to play So Wild. Oh, I forgot to say, during your main phases, you can discard cards for 1 CP, like get rid of cards you don't care about to help pay for other ones. But yeah, so I am turning that into a 6. And by the way, anytime you use a die that is a heart or the club spade symbol to fire off your offensive ability, you get to place a free acceleration token on the matching ace card. So here I'm not getting anything because it's all the 6s, but if you use things like Bojutsu or Poker Face or Sleight of Hand, you get some free molecular acceleration with it. All right, so I'm going to accelerate 3 times. I'm going to inflict disruption, and then I'm going to deal 6 undefendable damage. And undefendable does mean that it cuts straight through shields. shields. Now, I just noticed that 6 would defeat one of these guys straight up, which I don't want to do. Remember, I want to save everybody if possible. But, what I can do is deal 6 undefendable damage to this Savant, which brings them down to 2, cutting through their shields, but they're still alive. That puts another token on them. And now if I just end my turn next to them next round, wherever I end up going, then they will instantly be rescued. So that's good. I also get to accelerate 3 times. Let's see. So the club one just does extra damage, and if you use an ability that uses a spade club die, then it does even more damage. The diamond one does extra damage and gets you back 2 other ace cards, flips them back, so you don't really want to use that one yet. The heart one heals you and does a little extra damage, and the spade one does extra damage and a bunch of extra damage, even more, if you use an ability that used at least 1 6. So Diablo Blanc, Sleight of Hand, or Raging Cajun with my current level ups. So let's get Club ready to go, and maybe the healing one, because that's always good. And I could inflict Disruption, which, since they don't have CP to spend, would force them to take 2 damage, getting rid of one of their shields. But they're going to be rescued anyway, so I would much rather get a free momentum from that. Often a good choice. Yeah, by the way, the minions don't get a defensive roll. They just deal with stuff or use their shields. Okay, now we have another main phase. If I wanted to play more cards or spend some, I do not. And then I would have to discard down to 6 cards if I had more than that. But that takes care of Hero Part 1, me targeting resolving my attack, and Hero Part 2. So now we're in enemy upkeep. If they had status effects like the Disruption, they would resolve those now, but they don't. So now we go to the Henchman boss roll. I'm going to roll the 4 dice all at once and see which Henchman abilities get triggered, including, I should show it, the Iron Rain here. Actually, pause for a second, rewind. I forgot that I'm about to lose 1 CP, so I'll lose my only combat point. So forget that. I'm going to play Gumbo and see if it helps me out at all, because I'm basically losing it anyway. So I got to roll 5, and if I get hearts, I heal. If I get at least 1 6, I gain the Disillusion status effect. Ooh, that was... Okay, I didn't heal at all, but I did get Disillusion. Now, when it says times, it's for every heart, but here it says on a 6 gain Disillusion, so getting 2 doesn't give me an extra one. So this will just hang out, and during my main phase, I can discard it to heal myself 2, or to get rid of a status effect. I'm definitely going to keep it and save it for like when I get a nasty status effect, like, I don't know, I'm on fire and taking damage automatically every turn. That's a great one to have. Okay, sorry about the retcon. Let's roll our 4 dice and see what we get. That looks pretty good to me. 6s are going to trigger the Iron Rain. Every stage has sort of like an unstoppable threat that you can't do anything about, which is usually triggered by 6s. But because I rolled two 6s with only 4 dice, we don't have 3 of these to trigger the Savants. We don't have 2 of those and 1 of those to trigger the Vanguards. So we would have triggered everybody in left to right order that had been rolled, in this case, none of the minions, and each of them would resolve their action. Although for the Vanguards, they are melee only, so they'll only hit heroes and resolve their abilities, including like they're giving a shield ability if you're next to them, which clearly I'm not. So we do have Iron Rain, though. So it says multi-strike rain. So multi-strike just means that it hits every single character range. It's range attack, so it's going to hit me. It inflicts the Barbed Vine status effect. Then if the targeted opponent is not adjacent to a henchman, deal 5 undefendable damage. Well, that's actually really not that bad. So nothing happens except I get Barbed Vine. And they have a handy-dandy reference. Player afflicted with this token receives 1 damage for each roll attempt beyond the first during their offensive roll phase. So if I only roll my dice once, I take no damage. If I roll it 3 times, I take 2 damage. But this token is removed and this damage is applied at the conclusion of the roll phase. So it'll go away at the end of the round, so I'm certainly not going to waste my Disillusion on it. Okay, then we do the Crisis Clock. Again, it's advancing 1 per player, so just 1. I would have to lose 1 combat point, but I don't have any. Ha ha ha. Ooh, although I will have to discard a card. I'll have to think about that next turn. But that's going to be it. Let's go to the next round. Oh, and sorry, I should have flipped a new person. Jeff! When you recruit him for only 1 momentum, you gain a shield. And then once per round during your roll phase, you can spend momentum to deal extra damage. Not too bad. I'll probably grab him whenever I end up getting rid of Colossus, but for now I like having him. And all right, I hate to do it because I'm not going to get anything, but you can stay in your spot during the movement phase. You just won't gain a new bonus because that will clear them up, so they are immediately rescued. For this scenario, you put one of these little like flag check mark things on them, and we get an immediate 1 momentum bonus. And this person is almost done. If I can get like another undefendable attack, or I guess do 10 or more damage to get through their shield straight up, that would take care of them. Then we can start focusing on other fun friends. All right, so now we do upkeep. I'm not going to forget this time, and I'm definitely not going to roll 5 dice because there's a good chance I would roll a 1 and have to lose one of my acceleration. So I get a heart, so I can put 1 token on a heart or diamond. And let's go in and finish up my healing 1. So this is ready to be used, as I can use 1 of these 4 ace cards whenever I do my offensive roll. All right, now I get income, so I do get a CP. And I draw a card. Helping Hand. Select one of your opponent's dice and force them to re-roll it. Well, that could be good the next time they activate. Now, I can't forget I'm going to have to discard a card at the end of this round. So I might, in my second main phase, just want to sell one of these so they don't steal it from me anyway. Okay, let's do my first roll, and I can't forget this dumb barbed wire. So yeah, I would like to do 10 damage or undefendable damage again. Either of those would get that person next to me to be finished. That doesn't seem like it's going to do it. So 4 bow staffs would do 6 damage. I do almost have Poker Face. That would let me accelerate 3 times, gain Disillusion, and 1 CP, draw 1 and inflict Disruption, but I don't actually attack. So that's just kind of like a healing/waiting one. Ooh, I do have a Card Shark Small Straight, and if I can get, because I got 1, 2, 3, 4... If I can get a large straight, then I could do 9 damage, and then if I use one of my ace cards, I'll get through their shield. Now the question becomes, do I reroll 1 die to try to get specifically a 5? That'd be a 1/6 chance up to twice. Or do I reroll both dice, lose my small straight for the moment, but have a higher chance of getting a 5, and then a 6 or a 1 could give me the large straight? Well, sure, because I really want the large straight, so we'll see what happens. Now, this is my second roll, so barbed wire is going to hurt me. Oh, okay, that worked out great. So now I definitely have the small straight, and now if I roll a 1 or a 6, so a 1/3 chance, we'll do 1 more roll. I'll have the large straight. No. Okay. So I'm taking 2 damage from the barbed wire. But then it goes away, so that's nice. And then I'm going to accelerate and deal 7 damage. And sorry, I had to go check the FAQ. This is great that they do this. They have rules clarifications right on the back of the character. Because whenever I use an offensive ability that utilizes a heart diamond, or spade club, you may accelerate 1 ace card with a matching symbol. Oh, I didn't even realize. I thought those were just hearts. They do have a little diamond on the inside, don't they? But yes, the clarification does say that the straights, even though they don't actually show the symbol like Poker Face, Sleight of Hand do, it still counts as using a club, spade, and heart diamond. So I will get the bonuses from that, and that also means, here's the important part, since I'm only doing 7 damage right now, I can use my club to do an 1/8 damage, and then gosh darn it, I can do it to use an 1/8 damage, and then if I utilized a club or spade, I'll also roll a die and deal half that much. I think that's the one I want to use. Oh, shoot, but I still have to roll a 5 or 6 to actually get through their shields and do a damage to them, because I'm having to do... Oh, no, I have to do at least 10. So even plus 2 damage over the bonus 1. Yep. Okay, so we're going to accelerate once. I guess I'll do the diamond, and then I'm getting 1 heart club or 1 heart diamond and 1 spade club. So I'm almost 100% full right now. That's from using those symbols. Okay, so I'm going to do 7 damage to the person next to me. I'm going to use this, so I'll do 8 damage, and then since I used a club spade, I'm going to roll and deal half the damage rounded up. So if I get a 3 or more, I'll go to 10 or 11 damage, and I will damage the guy, which will get rid of him. So please, yes, that's enough. So that gets me to 10 damage. So minions will auto-use shields whenever they would take damage. Even if they're only taking 1 or 2, they'll kind of waste them a bit. So they use 9 shields and took a 10th damage, which immediately puts... Oh, crud! 10 damage! No! Remember, they have to take 2 plus damage in a single phase to get the token, so they didn't get it. Ah! Okay. I mean, I could change targets by using momentum and do a ranged attack on somebody. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that, because it seems like a waste otherwise. So I'm going to leave them with their 3 shields. And I'm instead going to do the 10 damage to this big person, because then I can move here next turn, get rid of them entirely, and then any damage I do to them, including during the defensive phase, if they punch me and I hit them back with my defense powers, will place a token on them since they have no shields to go. So I think that's maybe a smart move. I don't know. All right, now we're going to my second main phase, and I have 2 options here. 2 options as I see it. I can't pay for Twice as Wild, so I can discard Twice as Wild to gain a combat point and then try to use Helping Hands during the enemy phase to like mess up their roll. Or I can just keep them both, try to hang on to Twice as Wild, and plan to discard Helping Hands. I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, enemy turns, and I'm pretty... Oh my gosh! Whoa! This is great rolling. Sorry, I just messed up the entire board. Anything else move? No, I think we're okay. But yeah, once again, nobody is firing off except the Iron Rain. So I will get the Barbed Vine effect again, but I am next to at least one minion, so I don't take anything else. This is ridiculous. I mean, what are the chances of rolling 3 6s, y'all? Love it, love it. Okay, I do have to discard one card. As planned, we'll discard Helping Hand just because Twice as Wild is so good if I can pay for it. Now what's going to happen next is the blue effect. So each minion has a crisis ability, and it is resolved once per undefeated person. In this case, it says inflict knockdown and deal 4 collateral damage to all heroes. Knockdown has a stack limit of 1, but to remove this token, I must spend 2 CP before the start of their offensive roll phase. If the player does not, they skip their offensive roll phase. You don't get to attack for that turn. Now again, there's a stack limit of 1, so I would just get knocked down once, but then I'd take 8 collateral damage, which I can't defend against. But hey, I've got a Disillusion sitting around to un-knock down myself, which I think is what I'll do. But yep, that was a great turn. Gambit's getting lucky, which is classic Gambit. All right, upkeep. Pretty much full, so I'll just see if I can get lucky and roll. Nope. A club spade side or a 6, which would let me put anything down, would let me get closer to doing that ace. Now, until I either use the diamond or use a special ability, I can't flip this ace back over to use its power. So, oh well. All right, I'm getting a second card. Try again. You or a teammate may roll up to 2 dice. All right, and I'm getting a second CP. Let's go and execute the plan. Hello! So I'm getting 6 healing, and with my bonus, usually for a solo player of 45 health, one of my level ups can be at 46, so I can go up to 10 higher than that. Up to 56 is my max. So here I'm going to 50. Yay! Can't believe how little damage I've taken. No, I was about to attack, but let's not forget this person's getting 1, and they are rescued, having never activated, and I love it because they do undefendable damage. All right, and if I can do at least 2 damage to this person, I will put another token on them. Ooh, if I can get one of the results that does Disruption, which remember we'll do another 2 damage during their upkeep phase, that's a separate phase for a separate token, I can one-shot them. Although then I guess it won't be next to anybody and the Iron Rain will actually hurt me, but still seems worth doing. So I want to do Raging Cajun or a Bow Staff with 3 of a kind. Poker Face would not do it because it doesn't actually attack. It just solely does the disruption. Ooh, and then Sleight of Hand. Okay, so I'm going for a Bow Staff with 3 of a kind, 3 of the same number, Sleight of Hand or Raging Cajun. Let's see how friendly they're going to be to me. Okay, not that friendly. I didn't get a heart. Or a 6. I didn't get any 6s. And I got all 3 different numbers for Bow Staff. Okay, well, I guess we're going to barbed wire ourselves again. I think I'll just reroll all of these and see what happens. Okay. I got 2 3s and 2 Raging Cajuns, but I didn't sell my try again, so I can't pay for Twice as Wild, although it seems like it would be a waste anyway. So the best chance is to go for another 3. I am taking the full damage from barbed wire. Hey, that's too many 3s. Okay, cool. So I'm doing Bow Staff. Deal 6 damage on a 3 of a kind inflict disruption. So I'm doing 6 damage to this guy. It's at least 2, so they get that. And during the enemy upkeep phase, they'll take 2 more, and they'll be immediately rescued. Although, again, I won't be next to anybody, so the Iron Rain is going to mess me up, potentially. Oh, and I didn't want to use any ace cards here, because even though they can do extra damage and like bonus effects, I'd rather save that for somebody whose shields I'm trying to get through. Okay, not going to do anything else during my main phase. So it's enemy upkeep, and you are back to yourself. You know who you are, and I know who I am. I'm Gambit, and I'm awesome. It gets me to a 5th momentum, but I literally haven't had to defend with Colossus yet, so I don't want to spend it on anything. Ooh, can't forget, I'm going down to 48 from the barbed wire, or barbed vine, whatever it's called. All right, let's see if we get lucky one more time. We do not. Oh, actually, we are still pretty lucky, because look, it's just the Henchman activating, which is only a melee attack. So this one does nothing. And I believe, like, they do have an ability here that says the start player chooses a henchman, not its stack limit, to gain shield. But from how I read the rules, it seems to indicate that this does not trigger if they don't do their attack. Like, it's all part of kind of that attack effect. So we're just doing Iron Rain again. So we get a Barbed Vine, and we take 5 undefendable damage because we are not adjacent to a minion. Wah wah. But still, I mean, we have literally not fired off either of the ranged people that could hit us from anywhere. Now we are getting knocked down and suffering 4 collateral damage. We're down to 39. We are actually hurt now. And we're technically knocked down, but I'm about to disillusion that. Now, what's coming up next? In 2 rounds, the Chosen ability is going to go off, and there is one of them left. Oh, God, remove 1 plot token from each henchman. So let's try to fast-track finishing off the Chosen. When I think I know how to do that, let's go right here. Get a +1 damage token. Can be spent when we're attacking. And yeah, this is the only spot left on the board that's going to double plot token somebody. So if I can hit the Chosen this turn and get through their shield, or at least take away their shield, then I can try to finish them off on the next round before they get to trigger their power. All right, we're in upkeep. All I have is my Spade card. And nope, that's not going to help at all. That was my high stakes ability. We are at 3 now to pay for Twice as Wild, and we're getting... Ooh, getting paid. Discard to gain 2 CP. Don't mind if I do. So now I can use Twice as Wild and try again if I'm like far off from something. But yeah, here, I don't know what I want. They have 9 shields, so I'd like to do, I guess, 11 damage. But not any more than that because she's only got 6 life. Oh, right. I'll use Disillusion to get rid of Knockdown, so I don't have to spend 2 CP. Although I guess I got a lot of... No, I don't want to keep it. And I've still got the Barbed Vine digging into my flesh. Oh, that seems good. Is that Sleight of Hand already? I kind of want to do that, right? Choose 1. Accelerate 2 times or regain an ace card. Heck yeah. Inflict a Disruption. Heck yeah, if I can get rid... Actually, I'll get rid of all their shields no matter what. So this is fabulous. Yeah, I'm not even going to... Oh, that means this goes away without taking any damage because it was my first roll. Okay, so I could put a token on a red, but I don't have any that are free. And I'll go in and gain my club back, and I'll inflict Disruption. Yeah, I need that to get the extra thing so I can start focusing on somebody else next turn. And I'm doing 7 damage... You know what? Let's go ahead and use my heart, not for the +2 damage, because that doesn't matter. Either way, their shields are tanking it. But I can roll a die and heal half that value rounded up, because I am getting a lot of these tokens. All right, so let's see. Okay, 2 healing. So I'm back to 41. And this Chosen is not actually getting a token yet, because I did exactly 9 damage, so got rid of their shields. But that means when they suffer the Disruption, they'll get a token, and then if I stay on this spot next turn to add a token to him, I can also finish them off. So they might attack me this turn, but so it goes. Let's see if my stupid luck can hold out. So that's just Vanguard. Yeah, man, solo is so much easier in terms of who activates. Even 1 more black die could make a ton of people activate. All right, so, but I am next to a henchman. So what am I taking? Oh, God, 9 damage. And then I choose a henchman not at stack limit to gain a shield shoot. That's going to be her because stack limit is 3 shields. Oh, wait, no, it isn't. It's 5 shields. So here, we'll put it on, like, I don't know, this person. But I am still being hit for 9, which means I finally get to use my defense ability and finally get to have Colossus block for me. So I roll 3 dice. It could be more if you level it up. I deal 1 damage for every bow staff. I heal 2 if I get at least 1 heart. I accelerate once if I get at least 1 6. So I'm really hoping for the heart here. Oh, that was great. So I heal 2. And then, ooh, yes, Colossus. Once per round, if I get 2 of a kind, I can prevent 2 damage or 6 more if I exhaust him. But I don't want to do that yet, although I could get Jeff. So he was doing 9 damage, so I'm blocking 2 of it, so I take 7. Ouch. Down to 36. And we already did the gaining a shield. Oh, that's right, and he takes 2, so he will get rid of a shield. Nice. Oh, and sorry, the Disruption did do 2 damage to her. Oh, that would have happened no matter what. Oh, wait, hold on. Could I... Yeah, because the upkeep happens first, so she would have already taken the damage. Then he activates, and I can choose her as the target for the 1 shield, which is going to do nothing because I'll just stay where I am and get rid of her no matter what. Yes, love it. Oh, Iron Rain did fire as well, but we just get Barbed Vine because we are next to somebody. All right, and this advances, but we're fine because she's definitely going to be gone in a second. I will choose to move to the exact same place. So she's rescued. This guy's 1 away and only has 6 shields now. So if I can do at least 8 damage on my turn, I'll immediately clear him. Although that will leave me vulnerable to Iron Rain, but I think it's worth doing. Get to do my upkeep. I can do any one I want. Let's, I don't know. Let's start loading up the Spade one to finishing. And I have a ton of combat points. And, I finally got an upgrade card. These actually make your actions better. Well, sure, it's only 1 CP. Let's play it. So now I have Poker Face and Mon Cher if I get a ton of hearts. That cost me 1. And what was the threshold I wanted? 8 damage. 8 damage. We'll get through the shield and do 2 more damage to them. That seems good. Is that a large straight already? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that's 9 damage. Now I don't need to roll anymore. Barbed wire, barbed vine, suck it. So I am gaining a token on a red, which I can't, and a token on a black. So let's get that fully done. But I don't want to boost this yet because this one does a ton of damage and this regains 2 cards, so it's kind of a waste until I do something else. In fact, that being the case, let's go ahead and put the token on the club if I'm not going to use anything anyway. Okay, but then I'm doing 9 damage. Oh, and I forgot to clear her for momentum, and now I'm clearing this guy, so I should be at 7 momentum. I might want to start spending. I mean, I can definitely get new allies, although I still like Colossus right now when I'm not trying to do too much damage. But also with my level 2 momentum, I can draw cards. But I'm not like in a hurry for that, so we'll just stick with what we got. Especially because these dudes do range damage, so if they ever actually activate, they're the only type of units left. I might want to use 1 momentum to be able to trigger my defense against them. All right, so that's it. So we don't want to roll 3 1, 2, 3s, which is way more common than it should be. And I definitely don't want to roll a 6. Like, it'd be nice if the Iron Rain didn't go off for once. Oh, that's the worst of everything I just said. I could use a twice as wild to totally shut them down. I mean, how bad is this? I'm taking the Barbed Vine and 5 damage from the Iron Rain. And then each of them is doing a 5 damage ranged attack. I could spend momentum to defend against it. Colossus if I'm lucky, and if I like roll a heart, I would potentially take 0 damage out of, or no, 1 damage out of the 5. Or do I just spend the twice as wild and literally have them hit nothing but air? Seems too good. Yeah, I'm going to spend a lot of CP down to 2 to change the 6 into a blue and to change this into a blue. Blues are on 4 and 5. So now the Chosen would have finally activated and the Henchmen, but they are all gone. They've been rescued. So nothing happens for that entire enemy turn. And this advances to nothing because there are no Chosen left. Now the Savants are going to go off in 2. And each of them does 2 collateral damage to the heroes. Well, that's not too bad. I'm going to lose the CP next round. That's also not too bad. I feel like I'm actually in a pretty good place. All right, so next round, let's heal 4 for myself. Love getting these healing effects while they're around. And then let's do my upkeep. I got a 6, so yeah, let's get club. I kind of want to save spades, big damage for the boss. And I've got 3 CPs, Rogue's Kiss. Change any die to either a 4 or a 5. That's pretty great, actually, for only 1. I'm going to lose the CP in a second, but I can pay for everything, so yeah, I'm not going to play anything in my main phase. And I guess I still like Colossus. I mean, I want to use his big block for something, which might just mean I have to wait until I go into the boss. All right, I don't think there's really any way for me to, like, instant clear this Savant. So let's just hit him, see what happens. That is a lot of 4. Oh, Mon Cher. Gain Disillusion and 2 CP, draw 1 card, regain up to 2 ace cards, accelerate 4 times. Gosh, that's crazy. But I'm actually hitting anybody. I'm getting Disillusion. That's pretty dang good. That's pretty dang good. Oh, now let me get like my heart back and charged immediately, which would then let me heal. Okay. I think I'll do it. All right, so I got Disillusion. I got 2 more CP to spend later. I don't really need them right now. I get to draw a card. Oh, that's great. Transference is so good. Transfer a status effect to another player. So like if the boss hits me with something gnarly, I can put it on them. I adore that. I regain up to 2 ace cards, and then I accelerate 4 times. I'm going to get the heart. Fully go. Yeah, this is great. Okay, I didn't hit them, but, you know, it's okay. Because what's the worst that can happen now? The Savants hit me. The Iron Rain gives me the barbed wire thing. Oh, or just the barbed vine and nothing else. That was so many 6s. Why am I rolling like this? Although I guess I am going to give them time. All right, I do lose a CP. I don't want to discard a card. But then I get into a lot of nothing if I still haven't won by then. Oh, I forgot that I had +1 damage. Would that have helped me earlier? From the earlier token. Well, let's get another one. So now I got +2 damage potentially. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with building up combat points and building up cards before I go into the boss. Ooh, prevents 6 incoming damage. That's fantastic. All right, and... Oh, wait, why am I rolling? Oh, I forgot to do my upkeep. Okay, didn't get anything. All I have is the 1 spade anyway. So yeah, I'd still like to do 11 damage. Will insta-clear this person, although that leaves me vulnerable to the Iron Rain. That's interesting. Almost got Bojutsu. That would give me another Disillusion. Ooh, 2 undefendable damage is exactly what I need. I can explode one additional ace this turn. I don't think I'll do that. But yeah, so let's go for it. Half my results are the bow, so I really think I just want to roll all of them. Just triggering Barbed Divine to try to get a second. Oh, there we go. Okay, we'll stop there. So I'm taking 1 damage from the Vine, and then I'm gaining a second Disillusion. That's my stack max, so I can't have any more of those. I deal 2 undefendable damage, and I'm going to go ahead and explode my heart. I could explode multiple ones, but I just want to heal some more. The +2 damage. Who cares? Okay, 2 more healing. Oh, and I got a ton of club spades, so I can finish off the spade, my last one that was unfilled. So 2 undefendable damage, cut straight through, and they're done too. Puts me at 8 momentum. Jeez. You're the only one left, buddy. You're the only one left. Okay, what do they got? It's not going to trigger the Savant. It's just going to do Iron Rain, which unfortunately does hit me for 5 undefendable damage. I was all ready to use a momentum and block that thing, but oh well. All right. I don't care about removing a status effect for myself too much yet. Let's go ahead and heal 3. So I'm at 39 after that hit. You're the last, buddy. Don't need to do my upkeep because I'm at max. I'm getting near to max with other stuff and near... Oh, nice. I got a defense upgrade. Let's play that immediately. So now I roll 4 dice instead of 3. And I don't really know what I want to do with this guy. I think anything will probably be fine. In fact, I almost want like a poker face. Should I do that? Although I don't need to accelerate. I can't disillusion, so it'll just be for the drawing and the CP. Oh, and the disruption. No, I wouldn't get through the shield. Now let's go for something else. What else do I have, though? I have Sleight of Hand. Oh, Sleight of Hand is great. So let's do that. Ooh, I can regain an ace card. So I'll flip my heart back over. But I think it's too late to put a token on the card because like I resolve this and then I do the effects. I think that's how it works. I get to do a disruption. Do I want to? It honestly doesn't really matter because my 7 damage attack is going to get rid of all of these. And it sounds like I don't have to move through the exit if I rescue defeat everybody. Like the scenario immediately ends if I do that. So what's worse is going to happen? I'm going to get another Barbed Divine from the Iron Rain and get another bonus. So yeah, I'll inflict disruption, or I won't inflict disruption. I'll take a momentum because max is like 15 and I can hold all of it. Okay, then I do 7 damage, which does clear away all of that. All right, and then what are they gonna do? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I didn't get 3 for the Savants. I didn't even get the Iron Raid. Man, they are going out on a whimper. That's great for me. Oh, but they are hitting me for 2 collateral damage. There we go. They were useful. Okay, and let's... I don't even have a barbed vine. So yeah, let's just go here and get a 3rd +1. I think that's my stack limit. Oh no, stack limit is 2? Well, I guess I'll go here and get a momentum then. Or I could like go here and get an evade and then a spin. No, that's right. I want to put 2 tokens on him. So I'm putting 1 for ending next to him. I'm at 10 momentum. Yeah, I'm going to get to the max when I gain the scenario bonus. I'll roll for my upkeep. Sorry, I'm kind of dragging the scenario out. It doesn't usually last this long, but this one kind of gives you the ability to do that, which I might discuss. Oh, sure, let's upgrade. I mean, I got so much CP to go around. I don't mind. Oh, wait, that's not it. There we go. I was like, I can't cover my bow staff. All right, so I don't want to hit the guy or give them disruption. So actually, Poker Face 2 would be the best possibility here. And that's pretty close. Let's go for another heart. Shoot. What do I do now? Let's go for it one more time. Why not? Hey, oh no, that's not it. What the heck is that? Is that Streetwise? It's not Streetwise. Is that nothing? Crud. Yeah, it's 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oh wait, Streetwise is terrible here. I don't want Streetwise. Oh wait, I got 3 hearts. Is that good? I'm not disrupting them, so I'm gonna have to like roll one more attack, but that's fine. So I'm getting Disillusion I can't hold, but I'm getting 2 CP. Insane. I'm getting a card. Ooh, I think I was cheating before. Whenever you use a offensive roll that has hearts, diamonds, or club spades, you get to place a single token total. So here, even though I use 3 hearts, I can place a single token. Sorry for cheating on that before. Then I regain up to 2 ace cards. No. Oh, and then I accelerate up to 4 times. So I'm fully accelerated going into the boss. That's great. But like I said, I'm not actually hitting this guy, so we're going to have to suffer some more stuff. They did get off the Iron Rain, but since I'm next to him, I just get the Barbed Divine. Oh, and then this is annoying. I gotta discard a card. I guess try again. Like, that might not work. Rerolling is not as good as just making it whatever you want. All these are really solid. All right, but then I'll move to something I can't hold, and I'll immediately defeat them. That gets me to 11 momentum, and then here's the crazy part. It says, upon completion, if you fill the main objective, distribute 4 health and 2 momentum. And then if I also rescued everybody, it's instead 8 health and 4 momentum. So I'm at 15, the max. And I'm back. Oh my god. 1 below my max or my starting health. Yeah, this is not going to be pretty. Sorry, Onslaught. I'm going in with crazy status effect avoidance. I've got 2 disillusion to get rid of negative status effects. I can get rid of all status effects for myself. I can give a status effect to him. I've also got really good defense. I don't have much mitigation to make myself like get an awesome attack. Oh, and I still have Colossus for some reason. I'll probably spend some momentum to draw cards. And I'm going to use him like on the first big attack. And then get Jeff or somebody who can actually help me do more damage. But yeah, all this goes away. And we flip to the other side. And we've got Onslaught ready. So we randomize the crisis clock again. It's moving 2. We do boss setup. Onslaught does not fear you. In fact, he has been waiting for you. It is useless to resist me. His psychic voice bellows deep within your mind. Fight me if you wish, but your power will be mine. I don't think so, dude. Okay, so he's got 40 health plus 20 per hero, so 60 in solo. Then 3 per oppression token. This is the main way you can increase difficulty, which clearly I should have done, although partly it's because I rolled like a boss. And then add additional 10 health for each captive that was not rescued. That's 0, buddy. Take your 60 health and like it. Okay, we just got to beat him. There's nothing special in here. He's got his own, like, things are going to happen as the crisis clock goes around. But besides that, it's pretty much the same as what we did before. He's going to roll, and he's going to do the best ability. So left is, like, preferred. So if he rolls this, he'll do that. But then if he rolls this, he'll do that. If he rolls this, he'll do that. If he didn't roll any of them, he doesn't do anything. And Enervating Will. This is his automatic defense when I attack him. It has range, so even if I attack him from far away, he still does it. He'll disrupt me. Hey, that's my ability. And then he'll deal 2 damage. And we are still going to fill in these things. So even though movement doesn't like really matter in the boss fight that much, it kind of matters. And the only other rule change for the boss is whenever you roll, the red value dice, they get face down tokens there. And when you move to a spot with face down or face up and face down, you still get the face up ones, but the face down ones go on your board. And only after the boss attacks do you flip them up and get whatever they give you. Because having face down things on your board lets the boss crit and do something nasty with their bonus. So, I mean, it still gets you more tokens, so you might want to do it anyway, but it's a little bit more dangerous. All right, so where do I want to be first? These all look pretty good, but I already have like a ton of stuff, and I don't have... Ooh, transfer status effect. I love it. So I'm going to heal 5. Gets me right to 50. Take that. No need for upkeep because I'm at full. I'm at 6 CP. Oh, another upgrade. Sure. I'll just fully upgrade this game. Why not? Because I have enough CP to pay for basically everything. So the only mitigation I have is Rogue's Kiss. Besides that, I'm just sucking up whatever I take. Oh, and I guess I think I still have the Barbed Vine from the previous thing. I think. I'm not 100% clear if I keep all my tokens. I didn't see anything in the rules that said you discard them. Maybe I missed it. Anyway, not doing any main phase. Already did my income. See what we can get. And I want to do, ideally, I want to use my strongest spade, my strongest ace, which is spade for most damage. So I'd love like Rage and Cajun or Sleight of Hand or All In. All In especially, holy crud. Deal 2 damage. If you explode an ace card, activate its explode effect a second time. Because the spade ace is 3 damage and then 2 more if you used a 6. So that would be doubled. So that'd be a 12 damage. Well, actually 12 damage is not nearly as impressive as I thought when I was first saying that. But that's also an easier thing to get. Did I just get it? Did I just get it already? I think I did. But I also got a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I also got a large straight, which would already be 9, 12, 14 damage from resolving the spade since it has a 6. So that seems smarter, right? So yeah. So I'll take the large straight. Oh, I once again didn't get affected by Barbed Vine. I'll go ahead and use all of that. So I'm getting 3 plus 2, so 14. I can accelerate 2 times, but I can't fit it anywhere. And what the heck, let's go ahead and push it to 16, because that way if I grab any more, I can hold them. So that ain't too bad. You're down to 44, more than a quarter of the health gone. But they give me disruption. So remember, for a player, that means I have to spend a CP to get rid of it, or take 2 damage. So I'll make that choice during upkeep. And I also just take 2 damage straight up. But they don't actually stop any of my damage. That's the important thing. Okay, but now we get to see what they're going to do. See if my luck of craziness continues. That is a mind drain, so not their best one. Okay, so they're inflicting Wither. Oh, and Wither sucks, so being able to transfer him is being good, if I remember correctly. If a player with Wither would deal damage as a result of their attack, reduce that damage by 1 per Wither token. Ha 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 ha. Guess what you just got, buddy? You just withered yourself. You just don't know it yet. Okay, so they withered me. If I'm at melee range, deal 12 damage. Okay, so I will get to block that. If I was at range, it would have done 6 undefendable damage. I can handle the damage, especially with Colossus. I can finally use him to his fullness. I just got to get, what is it? Oh, two-of-a-kind symbols. So that should be easy. Let's see what we... Oh, God. I mean, yes, it is easy, but I'm not healing or accelerating. Well, I guess I don't need the acceleration. So I'm dealing 4 damage back. 1 for each thing. So they're at 40. But I didn't block anything, and they're dealing 12 damage. But no, they're not. Colossus is going to prevent 8 of it, because I'm getting rid of him finally. So I only take 4 damage. Ha ha ha. And now I can finally spend all my momentum on some new allies. Oop, and I forgot 1 and 5 get a crit token to go with what they already had. Oh man, I was going to go to 1. Well, honestly, the crit effects, like a paralyze, if I can move that to him. And so all paralyze does is it stops them from inflicting more status effects, which I guess is kind of good, but I already got so much stuff to deal with status effects. I don't know. Oh, here, you know what? Let's just go here. We'll be at range this turn, and we'll get +2 to deal. And no, still no need for upkeep. I'm still at max. I'll take the 2 damage, actually, for this. Because I do want to be able to, like, play all my cards with CP. And speaking of all my cards, let's spend... Oh, wait, I gotta get upkeep. +1. And 3-card Monty. Ooh, regain up to 3 ace... Oh, yeah. Let's wait until I use him. But I'm going to spend 2 CP for transference and make him the one that's withered. So -1 to all his attacks. Haha. Wait. I'm cheating. I forgot to do this. Remove 2 random native status tokens from yourself. Whenever it says yourself, it means Onslaught. But he didn't have any at that time. Now he's got it, and you're not going to get rid of him again. What's this one going to be? Inflict Barbed Vine and deal 4 damage to all heroes. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, and then another main phase thing. Let's get Jeff. So I get a shield when I recruit him. That's cool. And then when I'm rolling, I can spend a momentum to deal 2 damage, and then I can exhaust to deal another 2 damage. I definitely have the momentum to spend. I mean, whether I exhaust him depends. Ooh, I got Squirrel Girl. What's around during your main phase? Spend 3 momentum. All heroes gain bonus damage. It's not as good in solo. Choose a face-up boost tile anywhere on the board and pick it up and gain its reward. And then all heroes gain +2 damage if I exhaust her. I might just keep Jeff for +2 damage every round. All right, now I am at range from Onslaught, so I'm going to have to spend a momentum just to hit him this turn. Let's see what we can do. That seems... That's Bojutsu 2. I would gain Disillusion. That doesn't help. I would deal 3 undefendable damage. That part's nice. And I explode 1 additional ace. Ooh. Okay, you know what? I actually like that. I'll just stick with that. All right, so, yeah, because it's all undefendable. Like, all the bonuses make it still undefendable. So I'm going to explode 1 additional ace. I'll do everything except diamond. So I'm doing 3, 5, 7, and I'll heal in a second. 8, and I'll roll a die and deal half an extra damage because I'm using a club spade here. So that's 8 plus healing and bonus. Let's roll for the bonuses. Here's the healing one. I heal 2. Here's the damage one. I deal +1, so 9. And then I'll boost with Jeff just once. That gets me to 11. And fine, I'll get rid of Jeff. So it's actually going to be 13. So 27. You're going to die. And I will get Squirrel Girl to use... Oh, I guess I can use it immediately, can I? Yeah, because it's during my main phase. And this is my main phase right now, my second main phase. Let's see who came out. Ooh, Beast. Okay, I can get shields and CP and stuff. Oh, whoops, I did have to spend 1 to do range attack. Sorry, forgot about that. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and use her ability. So I'll spend 3 more, and I will exhaust her, so I'll get +2 damage token. Then I get to pick up one of these and resolve it for free. Let's get 2 momentum. Why not? And then I'll go ahead and get Beast for 2. There's no like limit on how many times I can do this. Oh, War Machine is a really consistent damage dealer, so can I just get rid of Beast? Ooh, spend 1 during your main phase. I get 2 more CP. And I get 2 shields because I'm exhausting it, and I'll draw a card. I love all of that. So I have 3 shields ready, and I'm going to spend, gosh, so much momentum, 3 to get War Machine. I can, when I'm attacking, roll a die and add half the value of damage, round it up. But if I get a 5 or a 6, I have to use the exhaust power and add another 3 damage. That would be +6 damage in one go. Heck yeah. Definitely going to plan to use that next turn and try to finish this guy up. What else did I draw? Oh, I got triple up to draw a ton. But let's wait until next turn because I'm about to have to discard down to 6. But yeah, clearly this guy's going to die. Let's see what he rolls. He did not get any yellow. Oh, wait. He got a yellow but no blues. Oh, so he's just doing Cosmic Crush. If your opponent's at melee, deal 7 undefendable damage. If they're at range, deal 4 undefendable damage. Well, that's really weak. Oh, now only, that's right, -1 because of Wither, so only 3 undefendable damage. But then he's doing this, so what is it? Barbed Vine and 4 more damage. The Wither only affects their attacks. I don't think it affects like other special powers. So I'm down to 37. Yeah, by the way, I couldn't use any of my 3 shields, my 9 blocking. Oh, crud. What do you get? A 1 and a 6. I always forget this. Oh, man, so does 1 have 3 things on it now. And 6 where I am, you don't get it immediately. If it like comes underneath you, you would have to stay there. But let's go into hand-to-hand again and get 1 CP. Because I want to play triple up to draw 3 for 2 CP. What did I get? An upgrade that lets me use 3 6s, but not for anything really good. Tip it lets me increase or decrease the value of a thing. Get rid of a status effect. Jeez. Yeah, none of these are very great. I guess I used all my cool wild abilities too early. But I guess between Rogue's Kiss and Tip It, I do have the ability to like change stuff a bit. So let's just go for it. Try to hit this guy as hard as we can. Not seem. Ooh, it's 2 6s already. I mean, I could already do. Oh, it's also a large straight. Should I just do the large straight? Yeah, because honestly, my ultimate is not that much better. I mean, the big thing about ultimates is that they don't get to roll their defense. But accelerating 4 times wouldn't help me at all. Disillusion wouldn't help me at all because I still have 2 of them. Disruption, I guess, would do 2 damage to him. That's fine. Regain an ace card. That part's kind of nice. Now, between a large straight and a sleight of hand and all in, I mean, I guess all in doubling the diamond, that's really not that good. I think I want to go for sleight of hand because that does a little bit less damage, but I don't need the acceleration, and regaining 2 ace cards would be great. Combined with the diamond, I'd have everything back, and I'd be doing more damage than I would with all in. So what do I need for that? I just need... Oh, another bow staff? I mean, that should be the easiest thing in the world, right? There we go. Dang it, I did roll a 6, so if I had gone for my ultimate, I would have been pretty close. But whatever. So we are doing sleight of hand. I'm going to regain up to 2 ace cards. So we'll get these 2. Then I'm going to disrupt him. So we'll take 2 damage in a second. Then I'm going to deal 7 damage, 9 damage. I'm going to use my diamond to regain my last ace, the spade, and do 2 more damage. So that's 11 damage. Then I'm using War Machine. And that's the best result if I don't want to exhaust him yet. So, wait, what was it? 11? It was 7, 9, 11 with the ace. Yeah, so 13 more. So almost half what he has left. And with the disruption... he will be down to 12 in a second. Oh, now I did reroll, what, once? Yeah, so I'll take 1 damage. And then I have too many of these. What do I want to use? I don't need to regain ace cards. Let me sell 3-card Monty for 1, I guess. All right, probably his last activation before he dies. What do we got? Mind Drain, again. Okay, so he's inflicting Wither. What's the stat? Oh, there is a 2-stack limit, so I can give him another Wither. That's hilarious. I'm taking 12 damage because I'm at melee, but I get to hit him back, so that's the best thing. Oh, and I forgot, he took 2 damage from my disruption before anything else. All right, no Colossus to help me out this time, but I am doing 2 damage to him and healing 2 before I take the 12. Oh, and I'll block 9 of it. So I take, 1 damage in the wash. Then I hit him back for 2, so he's down to 10. Bye-bye, I think. Because, God, War Machine can give me +4 at a minimum if I exhaust him. And 1 and 5 get... Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I mean, here's where I would try to just go to 1 and suck up the crit, because that's just so many tokens if the game is not going to be over. Oh, I forgot. I didn't have an unblockable attack. So I did get disrupted myself and take 2 damage when he blocked me earlier. And then this is the one where he removes 2 negative status effects, so he is not withered anymore. Oh, but he would have been withered, so actually 0 damage got through from his attack. Or, yeah, because he got rid of it after the attack. All right, so it should be the final turn. What do I want to do? I guess draw a card. Or no, I'm going to transfer a status effect to him, of course. Give him the wither. I will have to spend a momentum to hit him. So I keep these 3 on my board, and I don't resolve their bonus until after his attack. If he's not dead. If I haven't done 5 damage. Hey, let's go ahead and do my upkeep and do 5 instead of 2. See if I roll a 1. I didn't. So I get 2 hearts or diamonds and 1 6. So let's just get my club. Oh no, it has to be hearts or diamonds. So sure, let's do a 3rd one on hearts, and then we have a decent chance of being able to fire it off this round. And let's go for it! We just need something basic to finish the guy off. I mean, honestly, that'll do it. Because 4 of a kind is 6 plus War Machine. He's already dead. Is there anything more fun to go for? Nah, whatever. Ba-doop-doop-doo. Second roll. Ba-doop-doop. Oh, I guess I took 2 damage from that, or I could lose a CP. Oh, I didn't even get my upkeep. I mean, whatever. He's dead. I'm doing 7 damage plus War Machine. 1 more 8, and then I'll exhaust him. 11. And that's, again, before I do anything else card-related. So he is defeated. Yay! Now, again, I could have made this a billion times harder. I thought because it was a level 4, it would be already, but I think you really need to increase the difficulty. The most basic way to do so, by the way, is to flip this to where it always moves 1 more. So for solo, that would be 2 effects every turn, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I did. I'm just keeping track of this. This is actually my first level 4. So I completed Onslaught. I got a perfect because I rescued everybody, so I'm going to get an extra point. So I get to spend 3, and because it was a difficulty 4 scenario, I can spend them on 4 or lower. So what could I get? I get +4 starting health, an extra card at game start. That's pretty good. These are one-time abilities. You can see I don't like those as much. Ooh, at game start, recruit an ally for free is so freaking good. I could also keep building up momentum cards because this you have to do in order. You get more cool options at level 4. Oh, sorry, level 3 and level 4. And then at level 5, you can hold 2 allies at once, which is great when you don't want to get rid of somebody you like. Recruit an ally for free is amazing, but I can't afford it in one go. Oh, and I've also now done at least 1 perfect in each of the first 4 levels. So 1 more and we can start using these crazy busted cards to make it even more powerful if I really want to. I mean, I guess the best recruit an ally for free is going to be, I think 3 is the most expensive their momentum gets. So it's kind of like +3 momentum, and I already have +3 momentum. You know what? I want to be able to have 2 allies. I'm just going to keep on chugging 1, 2. So I unlocked level 3, 3. So next time I do a perfect thing, I'll have unlocked level 4. And then a couple more times I'll get to level 5. But yeah, there we go. That was a unfortunately easy. Should have made it tougher. Sorry. Like I said, didn't know what level 4 would look like. But that was a easy game at a level 4 scenario of Dice Throne Missions. I will have a review of this overall in another week or 2. But thanks for watching, everybody, and a special thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters: J. William F., Pedro Lucas, Nick Skeen, Miles, Wayne Scott, Steve Wren, and KCW. We'll see you at the next stop.